Hey, are you a crafter or scrapbooker and you want to make your own patterns but don't know how? I made these in Canva. They're repeat patterns, so you can repeat them and make them as big and as small as you want, and they are so easy, and I'm going to show you how. Hi, I'm Sarah, this is Extraordinary Chaos, and I am the designer and crafter behind this channel, and I'm going to teach you how to make your very own patterns in Canva. These patterns are repeat patterns, and what that means is you upload a small element, or you make a small element, and then you can make it as big or small as you want. You can upload it to Cricut Design Space and make letters, you can use them, make patterns and make stickers, or you can print them off in Canva on A4 card or 12 by 12 if you've got the A3 printer, and you've got your very own custom designed scrapbooking papers, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So let's jump onto Canva, and then I'm going to take you into Cricut Design Space and show you how easy this is. We're going to start in the shop, and this is Extraordinary Chaos Shop, so it's shop.extraordinarychaos.com, and this is where all of my free files are. So you scroll down, and there's also a shop where you can buy files. So I've got the alphabet elements. The free files are hidden. You go through the blog post to get to those, but anything that you can buy is here and you can access it. So we've got all of our different elements. These are the alphabets. The alphabets are on the blog for free, but if you want the elements, they're here, really low cost, and they're available so that you can get any theme to download for your project. Today we're going to work in Canva. So you would download the files from here and then head over to Canva where you can upload. The files are PNG, so they're easy to upload. And here we are in Canva. So Canva, you've got options. You can either pay or you can get a free plan. I'm showing you what you can do on the free plan. Unless you want to make PNGs and remove the backs off files or create advanced projects, then the free plan is adequate. So you've got this home page, and this is where I've got all files that I've made before. So you can go in a design mode, or you can go and pick up stuff you've used before and edit it, which is really useful because it all saves. So to make a pattern, you want a square. So what you're going to do is go into Create a Design, Custom Design, and this is all in the sidebar on the left-hand bar, and you want 2000 by 2000 px, that's pixels, and Create Design. And then you're going to get your square. And I'm going to show you a few patterns. I'm going to start really basic, and I'm going to show you 3 patterns that are all slightly different. Before I start using any of my files, I'm just going to show you how to find free files. So in the sidebar, you've got elements, and if I type in here craft, then you can see that lots of images come up. So if they haven't got a little crown by them, you can see in the bottom right hand corner there's a crown. They're paid for, so that's if you have the subscription, but if they don't, then they are free of charge. So they are things that you can use in your patterns if you don't have access. But today we're going to use my patterns. So to do that, you're going to go into the sidebar and click upload, and then you just select them. And what I love about Canva is you can bulk upload, so that makes it really easy. But I'm going to start with a sunshine pattern. So I've dragged my sunshine from the sidebar, so all of my PNGs don't have a back, and what you've got to do, size it so it's in the middle, but you need that cross, you need it to snap in the middle, and you can see there as you drag it. Then what you're going to do is duplicate it, and I'm going to duplicate it 4 times because I want 1 in every corner. In is really important, so I'm just going to drag them into the corner. Then you're going to go back to your middle, make sure you've got that cross line so it's dead center. Then you're going to go up to the first one and you're going to drag it. And can you see there where you get an L shape almost? So you want the red line at the top and at the bottom. If you don't get it, it will not work. So just drag it around. And sometimes it does just take a while to get it right. And keep dragging it until you get that line. And there it is. Go to the next one. And just drag it. And it's just, there it is. And what you're doing is you're going to create your repeat pattern. And these suns have got to be perfect because they're going to meet up. And once you've got them perfect, then you can share. And you can, I'm going to name it sun, and I'm going to download it. Now, I'm going to download it as a JPEG, and you can just use the page you're working on. So I'm going to save that page and download. Once you've done that, we're going to go into Cricut Design Space, so you might have to allow downloads, and you're going to upload it. So you're going to go on pattern, fill, upload pattern, and grab your pattern. So you've got to go on pattern, fill, not image. And I do sometimes do this by mistake. Then go into Design Space. I'm just going to grab a circle, close that bar, drives me mad. Get your circle, there it is up there, and I'm just going to make it bigger so that we can see it. And this is currently a cut image. I'm going to change it to a print and cut, go into the little black dot, and I'm going to click pattern, and there's my pattern. It will put it in. Now you can edit your pattern and you can drag it. So drag it in and out, and you can change the position, and you can see that it perfectly matches up. Now we're going to just turn the back grey just so that we can see what we're doing. And I'm going to add an offset. So just go to the top bar, add an offset, and this is more just visually so we can see it. And there you go. So if you're making and you want a circle for a card or a scrapbooking layout, then you've got that there. So now I'm going to show you one with my hot air balloon. And the more detailed it gets, it's not trickier. You've just got to really make sure that you get your alignment correct. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to do the pattern so it's all in one direction. I'm just going to tilt it a bit. And then we're going to duplicate it and again put the balloons in the four corners. And it is a little bit more tricky when you've got something like, I don't know, a hot air balloon or just something with a bit of shape to it. You've really got to mess about until you get it exactly right. If you're struggling, put all four corners in first and then go back and do the aligning. But it almost feels as if it snaps into place, and you can see when you start to drag it about and you're looking for that red square, and it's got to be on the edge. So there's one red square there, and I just need to get the bottom red square. And once you get it, you know you've got that right. And as I say, the more you do it, the easier it becomes, and you can visually start to see where it needs to be. And once you've done that, you can then go and download it. And again, we're going to upload it to Cricut Design Space so that you can see. So again, add pattern, and I'm going to get another circle. I've got another circle there just for later. Go to the top and change it to print and cut. Go to the colour, click on that and click pattern, and there's our balloons. What you now do is go to edit pattern, and you can make it as big or as small as you want, and there you go, it's lining up perfectly. That was a bit more of a challenge than the sunshine, but I'm really happy with how that turned out. Now what we're going to do is we're going to change the pattern so it still repeats, but that your balloons are in different directions. And this is really easy to do once you've got your pattern right in the first place. So we're just going to pop a little offset on there. And then we're going to head back over to Canva because we're now going to change the direction of this pattern. So you just go back into your original file, click on your balloon, and that doesn't work. So I've got to change the direction. And there you go. Just flip it around. There's a little toggle on the corner, and there you go. You've now, don't touch your corners, don't change anything else, but you've now got one of the balloons is going in the different direction. So when you download this, we can go and upload it to Cricut Design Space. I'll allow that there, and we've got it uploaded. And when you scroll in now, there you go, your pattern runs in different directions. So you can actually add detail in between, like my London pattern, so that we're going to use next. And all you'll do is when you're working on your square, you can dot images in between, and you can change them in different directions. It all depends on the pattern you want to design. So I'm just going to create this offset, then I'm going to show you how you can use these patterns to make words, and it is so easy. So there's my London pattern, and I've created it two different ways, and I'm just going to type in London. So I'm going to go into the free font. I've used Arial Black, and then at the top I've used the letter spacing setting so that I can create spaces between my letters. Then I've added an offset because I wanted it chunkier. So now you can see that I've got a nice chunky letter, and that's what you want when you're creating letters, especially when you're cutting them out, because you want them to be nice and chunky. And if you're adding a pattern, you want a bit of an area so that you can add detail. What I'm going to do now is, there we are, we've got our London letters. These are going to be used for a scrapbook layout, and I'm now going to go up to the top into basic cut, and I'm going to change that to print and then cut. Then I'm going to go again into the black dot. I'm going to click on colour and scroll down to pattern and find my London pattern. And I've got 2 different directions. I wanted the straight one, edit pattern, and you can scroll in and out to create your pattern, and it's that easy. And I love how you can create themed letters to print and cut. They look so good. And now we're going to add an offset. So go to the top and add offset, and that is why I've letter spaced them, because you want that space so that you can create an offset. Then you're adding another offset, and that gives you the space to do it. So I'm going to click apply, go to the top, and I want this to match my letters. So I'm going to go for, let's try blue. Could try red, no, blue. Let's go back to blue, and then you're going to select both layers there and you're going to flatten them, and you've got a print and cut word ready to create framed art or a scrapbooking layout with. And now we're going to create another word. We're going to create happy. So again, go into your font. Arial black is just my go-to, in capitals, and then you're going to go to the top bar, letter spacing, and you're going to space out your letters. And that's really important, because once you start adding offsets, it will ruin it. You can see that's just not enough. So I've got to now go back and make it a little bit wider, or make a smaller offset. Click apply, there we go. Get rid of that, and we've got happy. So now I can make that bigger. And we are going to go to the top, click on cut, and you want to change it to print then cut. Click on the black, click on colour, and then you will find pattern. And now we're going to do our sunshine. And once you click it, you can then edit it. So it's come out like that, edit pattern. And that's the beauty of patterns. You can scroll in and out, and because you've got your corners exactly right, you can just create an ever scrolling pattern. Now you can add an offset, and you've got a beautiful word, perfect for a scrapbooking layout. So if you went on a holiday, for, I don't know, Amsterdam or Barbados, you can do all of those with a sunshine, and it's perfect for your scrapbooking theme. But what if you want a scrapbooking paper? And you can do this really easily in Canva. So we're going to open an A4 document, and I'm going to make a scrapbooking paper. Now I only have an A4 printer, but you can go bigger if you've got a bigger printer. So there it is. Then I'm going to re-upload my pattern. You can't use what's in there. You've got to re-upload it. And I'm going to drag it into the corner. I'm going to drag it again till it snaps, so I know that it's in the middle. And then I can duplicate it and drag it over. Now select both layers, duplicate those and drag them again. And there you go, they snap together, and then duplicate, and it just goes into the next spot. And you've got then a scrapbooking layout. So you can then, if you want smaller sunshines, then drag it smaller, and again, create that snap, duplicate it, pull it up, duplicate this, and then you can drag that over. And there you go. You can literally make your suns as small as you want. And there you go. I'm going to download it, save that to my computer, and I can print it off ready for my project. And what did you think of that? How easy is that? It's such a useful skill to have, because whether you're making backgrounds for cards, and I mean, bear in mind that this balloon pattern can be as big, or the balloons can be as small, and you could get away with it so much smaller and so much more on that paper as you want. The same with this London pattern. I love the city patterns. We've got London, we've got Paris, I think I've got a Mumbai element set, and they're amazing because they are perfect for travel scrapbooking. And then you've got the sunshines. I adore those cute sunshines. Got little faces on, they're really super cute, so they're really good for happy scrapbooking layers and framed art. There is so much you can do with them. So the things you can use the free elements in Canva. You can subscribe to Canva, or you can use My Elements. So My Element shop is packed. You've seen a few, I've showed you a few today, but it is packed. They're hand-drawn elements so that you can use them for your projects and use them to make projects to sell. I mean, that pattern, if that was really small on London letters with a border and framed, it would look amazing. And there's so much you can do. And these for nursery walls, And I've got loads of baby elements. Check out my element shop, and there's more coming online all the time. My assistant Alicia's currently working on Christmas, on Halloween, so there's going to be so much for you to download there to make your own patterns. And the great thing is you can do them and design them exactly how you want. And that's all we want as crafters, isn't it? We don't want AI garbage. We don't want choked out stuff that everybody else has got. We want to create our own unique personal style, design, scrapbook layer, framed art. And if you're making to sell, that's more important than ever, because people want personal. And the people that are personal, the people that are making the personal products, they're the ones that are going to be able to charge a premium. Thank you so much for crafting along. Any ideas for elements, please let me know in the comments below. Tell me what pattern you made. I'd love to hear what you did. And happy crafting. I'll see you next time.